Good morning, folks. How's everyone today on this wonderful Thursday? Today, September, what is it, 19? Yeah. Anyway. Oh, 9:30 here in Cayman Islands, and we're already at 92 degrees. Oh my God, it's going to be hot outside. But we are expecting some rain this weekend, hopefully, and maybe even something developing around us early next week or so. That's what they say, but never know. But could definitely use some of the wetness because it's been very dry here. All things DG, good morning, all afternoon for you, I guess. Um, I'm not sure. I can't remember where you're from. Anyway, my hair is a mess. 9:30. Yeah, I was up from 5. Coffee done, medicine done, fruits eaten. I have a breakfast sandwich over here that I'll eat when I'm not on camera. So anyway, oh yeah, okay, you're in UK. All right. So yes, afternoon for you, definitely. So, what all have I been doing? Yesterday, I did a 5-hour stream. I was all over the place. That board, I don't know. That board, I'm definitely gonna actually reload. That's the board for the lady, actually, Sophia. Dave, morning. How are you? I caught you nice and early, right? Because if it's 9:30 for me, it's 7:30 for you. So you're not at work yet. Thank you for stopping in and just to say hi, because I know you have to go to work. Um, but yeah, that board for Sophia, I'm gonna end up reloading. It's sitting back there on the desk. Then I looked at another one last night. I'll get to that one because that one we're gonna work on after I do this little thing here that I want to do. Uh, oh, you're off today. Nice. So you can join in on actually my actually 8 hour stream. No, I can't do 8 hours. That's a drawback starting this late. And sometime I do gotta stop and cook some lunch for me to eat and that. So Scott, morning. You're in Boston. I bet it's a lot cooler up there for you. I wish I could have a little bit of coolness. It was so nice when I was up at Chicago. But I do gotta say, I mean, I got there Friday. I got to the hotel around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then I met actually Joakim, who flew in from Sweden. First time that I met him in person. So all the work we've been doing together has been over the internet and cameras and just actually chatting. But anyway, got to the hotel and never set foot outside again on Friday. Saturday, the same thing. I mean, everything was in the hotel. Um, it wasn't until Sunday afternoon, after we packed up around 3 o'clock, that I finally stepped outside because I had to go to the mall or I had to go to a shoe store because my actually sneakers were falling apart on me. So I had to go buy a new pair. Joakim had a car that he rented. So Chip, hello, how are you? Um, so um, Zigzag Joe, Joakim and I, we went and had some lunch, very late lunch, and then after that we stopped at the mall and I got my shoes that I needed, and then was able to also enjoy some outside time. That night on Sunday night, also Joakim and I went to a classic arcade venue. Not the same one everyone else went to. This one was a bit more quieter, but it was very nicely set up, very clean, very well done. You pay $20, and all the games and as much as you want are free. It had two different levels of games and also pinball machines and everything. So So yes, Dave, it was great finally meeting you in person after all those Sundays together on the stream and everything else. And I'm so glad you got to make it. But I mean, I felt kind of bad that you had to leave early on actually Sunday. Um, so, but yeah, video doesn't do you justice. I mean, like everyone else was saying, that you are quite a bit taller and you have a lot more hair than actually most of us in our age in our age bracket. So anyway. Um, let's see what else. So I mean, it was nice and cool. I mean, I really enjoyed the temperature when I did venture outside finally on Sunday afternoon. So I mean, it was just constantly on the go, on the go, on the go at the table, setting it up there all day long with the show. Oh my God, I was so tired. But I don't know if next year I'm going to do a table or am I just going to walk around or so. I mean, um, Jake was supposed to join us, but Jake recently started university and over in actually Houston, Texas. So he moved over the summer and then actually started right away and was a busy weekend with school stuff and that. So he was not able to attend. So, but anyway, what am I working on? As if y'all been following the stream or have so far, I have this one SC30 board that I did reload. Let me give you a brief history of it. Let me switch cameras too so you can see. Okay, so I have this SC30 board that I actually reloaded for Richard, um, and I sent it to him with one of the RTC replacement chips, one of these guys, because this is my RTC from actually this board. Okay, and he started having issues with it not booting SCSI. I mean, it would boot floppy emu without any problem, but SCSI external or internal would not boot. So he sent it back to me, and I basically ironed it down to it's this guy that's the problem. Because when I use the original RTC, it has no issues, nothing. Everything on it works beautifully. I don't have a single problem on it or nothing. But um, oh, let me let Jake know that I am streaming because he said he may join in. Let's see what's Dave saying. I will stay an extra day, leave Monday instead of Sunday. Yeah, that's what I normally do too because I'm so tired. I don't want to fly out Sunday. I mean, plus I have well, like you, I have a 3 hour flight. So I have so I mean this board then with the made RTC will not boot up correctly. So I've been testing, testing, testing. I take that RTC that is made and I put it into another board. It works fine. There's not a problem with the RTC. It's something with this board, and I still don't know what the hell it can be. I mean, I have changed SEC chip, SCSI chip, both vias. Okay, because SCSI related. I mean, via one has four signals that control the RTC. Via two has two that control the work with the SE with SE SCSI. SEC I changed it or socketed because of a different reason, but all of these do tie back to the glue. So I'm very curious if there's something with the glue that's not working right. Um, or could it be timing? Could it be crystal related? I mean, I don't know. I need to. But if I use a normal RTC in here, it works fine, not a single problem. I the few times I can get it to boot with one of these, and I run Snooper on it, it fails the PRAM and the RTC test. Okay, but if I run TechStep on it, it passes, which is kind of weird. But I take the RTCs and I put them in a different board, and it works every single time. It works. I mean, I don't have a single problem with it. Now, that's the wrong mouse. So now, what I did then last night was I made a new RTC. That is this one that's in here now. All right, and I had the same issue. Then last night I did some more reading up on this, and I recompiled the binaries and remade the hex file and the actually EEPROM file. And then this morning I took this chip off of this board and I reprogrammed this chip with a newer version, or let's say an actually recompiled version of the binary and of the EEPROM code that has to run on it. And as you can see, it's running this board without any problem. I mean, every single time. Let me set up my nice little thing here for y'all to see the monitor because I don't have it capturing yet. Okay, sorry that. All right, that's good enough. Y'all can see it. All right. So if on here, I mean, it booted up, I can go into Snooper. I don't like how that looks. Let me see if I can get this a bit better. That's better. Okay. Snooper. I'm gonna turn off everything and just run the PRAM and the clock. So this is the recreated RTC chip. Hiya. Okay, so everything is passing. I mean, nothing bad yet. You see, so on this board it passes. Now again, this is a brand new RTC that I just made. Okay, so I'm not gonna continue the testing because we know it works. Okay, so we then come and exit this. I'm gonna shut this machine down. I'm gonna reboot it. Now I guess I can eat some of my sandwich because y'all don't see me. You see, it boots up with this RTC, and it will every single time. It will not give me any problem because I've already rebooted this board more than 20 times. You see, so okay, so now we're gonna undo this board. What do I need from this board? The only thing I need is the ROM, and I'll take out the RTC. All right, let's put that aside. We're gonna bring back the culprit that's giving me the trouble. Let's put in some RAM. Let's plug in our things. All right, got everything ready to go. I'm gonna use the original RTC first, okay? Let's go back to my wonderful video capture. All right, RAM is blinking. This one doesn't have LEDs on it, but it's blinking. And it's doing the needed test. Notice how much longer this takes too, okay? Here, okay? And it boots up. This is with the real RTC. Now, Dave, I do hope that they have the VCF at the same location next year. That was very good there. Okay, so we're gonna go into Snooper. Done. Now this is the real chip. I didn't know you could do that. that you could click just on the test and it will run it once. Interesting to know that. Anyway, okay, so we saw that the real one passed. I'm gonna shut this down. Okay, now this is the RTC that I took off of the other board. I haven't changed it. Oh, power. Okay, so I'm gonna take out the real RTC, put in this one, and we're gonna boot up. JK there, how are you? You made it. I was just, oh yeah, look at that. It's gonna make a liar out of me. This time it will boot up. But it's fine. Let it boot up. And that way we can run Snooper on it. Was talking about you earlier, Jake, that you couldn't make it over to VCF. School as you got in the way. Alright, so we're in. Let's run Snooper and let's see it fail. If it makes a liar out of me on these tests, then I'm really gonna be pissed. Okay, bad. And notice on the clock when it runs, it doesn't cycle through the dates as quick as it did on the other one. You see, sometimes bad. But yet this RTC worked on the other board without any problems, guys. So something on this board. Anyone know anything? Because I'm running out of ideas. Okay, my next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect a tech step to it.
Please hit like.
Oh, sorry.
Subscribe. And ring that bell for notifications.
I totally pressed the wrong button. But it's okay. We can do that too. Yeah, it's always math. It's evil. Oh, math ain't bad. I loved math. During high school, I took actually three actually math subjects in the same year. All right, so I need to connect tech step. So I don't need the SCSI for now. Let me get tech step. It's right down here on the floor. All right, so let's go connect the SCSI cable. So for those of you that have a tech step, you get to see how this goes. Let's connect the audio. The two serials. I could leave this plugged in. I didn't have to take that out. And then the two ADBs. All right, so tech step is fully connected. I'll bring this into view. And we will turn on. I have to select which ROM I want. So I want volume 1. So now I'm in that ROM. I'll go to SE30. Well, so you can see number 3 is SE30. So I go to 3. Now once in here, I need to make connection. And that's number 2, okay? But I need my power cable. Let me get that. So we're gonna hit 2. It wants me to turn on. I'm gonna turn on. It wants me to terminate SCSI. I'll terminate it. Ooh, this failed. It wasn't failing last time. And I have a real ROM in here. It's not a... I may have a SEC problem happening. This is why I had to remove the SEC last time because um, I was having connection problems. I don't like using sockets on these old chips, but anyway. All right, let's see if I can connect again. I had tech step working on this machine because okay, there it goes. Okay, see, communication established. All right, so now we're gonna run logic test and I'm gonna run all. So it's gonna go through and run all the tests that tech step normally does. Yeah, PLCC sockets. I mean, no, it's not really the socket is the problem; it's the chip. Okay, because these chips have a lot of corrosion on them. The legs are not as clean on the side. Because remember, a PLCC socket does not make connection on the bottom of the leg like it does when you solder it to a board. It makes a connection on the side. Okay, so if the side is kind of yucky and ooey and not clean, or the chip leg has been bent in a little bit, it's not gonna make contact. I mean, trust me, I tried. I tried so much time to use sockets and ran into problems on these SE30 boards. Once I got rid of the sockets, I never really had too much problems again with the chips. My first few that I did, I tried to do all socket, and no, never, nah, not gonna waste my time on that. Some of the smaller ones, like this one here and the two LS30s back there, it's not a problem because those sockets are small. Because soldering them also, okay, when you cut out that insert, the side walls become flexible. Okay, so then um, um, when you go to solder, see SEC, it's not like in that SEC because it's socketed. That's why. Um, the what I'm going to do is take out this insert here and try to push it down some more. Let me check the chip legs to make sure that they're. I don't know what just happened. SEC again. I know exactly where that's failing. That is the LS30. That is giving me the actually trouble. But let's just do the other test to see. Okay, SCSI passed, swim passed, FPU pass. Sound. You're not going to hear the sound because it's going through this pink cable directly into the tech step and ADB. Okay, passed. The problem is on this LS30. I had it with the one that controls the serial port. Now I'm having the same problem with the one that does the actually printer port. I just need to actually reflow some of that, or it could. Well, you know what, before that, let me try the resistor packs because that's my number one culprit on these things. Because before I was using my other resistor packs, and I switched and put these back, so that could be the difference. These Born resistor packs are not made anymore. You can't buy them, but there's a, re, a recreation version, which is what these are, and that I make. So I have a bunch here. All right, let's see if we got rid of that problem. ROM 1, SCSI, turn on. Wants to terminate. Yes, that's fine. Test mode initiated. It will connect because I see it on the screen. It goes to the end of my screen when you and give you a FA error. 3. All right, let's try SCC again. If this fails here, then it is that LS chip that I need to solder on better. But it should not be impacting my booting capability and the ADB failing. Yeah. See, I got something with those two LS chips. I need to solder them on better. What I wanted to do here was to check the clock and the PRAM with this and see. And I do the clock test, it passes, but yet Snooper tells me it failed. And I run the actually PRAM and I run it non destructive. It passes. PRAM is not erased. I'm gonna do the other option, destructive. PRAM erased. So see, TechStep tells me it passes. Okay. So if I now let's go back to Blue SCSI and let's get this to boot up. I did post a message on 68K to the two people that were involved with this project to see what they can tell me. Nope, not gonna boot. See? And this is all because of the RTC chip. And try it again. Nope. Now, y'all notice how fast that went into the boot? Okay, that was even before the RAM test and everything was actually done. So there's some weird things happening with this board. See, it went right into boot again too. It's like flew through everything. So let's disconnect power completely. I even have it away from the board. All right. Okay, now it's gonna run the tests, but I think this is gonna fail. Yep. Question mark. There it is. Do it one more time. Okay. Let's plug this back in. Sorry, I had a message come in. Tomorrow I won't be able to stream in the morning because I have a haircut and a shave appointment at 10 o'clock my time. See, this one booting, but look how quick it went this time. So it's very intermittent with the RTC. So I really don't know what else to do with this. I'll solve that SEC problem. I know it's got to do with the two LS chips in the back there, so that's not a problem. I'll deal with that. Um, those chips are a nightmare to actually solder and work on. So you see, so we're back in here now, and oh, I don't have keyboard connected. We saw text that pass this chip. Bad. See how this is not cycling through as much as it should? Bad. Oh, I don't want to save you. Cancel. I meant to exit. That's what you get when I can move my hand and mouse quicker than the machine can actually respond, right? So anyway, I'm gonna move on from this one. Because I just don't know what else to do with this. All right, let me get this tech step off the bench. Um, what I want to do is take a look at these SEC chips. Well, at these as these LS chips. I mean, that's what I had to fix with them. The solder joints were not very good. But I find that odd that it's giving me that same problem again. Let me make sure that all my legs are in on these. All of these resistor packs are is two actually resistors and a capacitor in the middle there. These the four corners are not used; those are ground. So I was just making sure that nothing is wrong here to be causing that test to fail. I did switch these two LS chips, while these two 175s. So these are new. And I did reflow this one, but I did not reflow this one. So I think I need to reflow it and solder it better. But I'm not gonna, because even though all the legs said that all the pins are connected, they're not moving. When I reflowed that one, the error went away. See, I don't like how that one is. It looks like there's a crack there, but it's not. It's hard. You see what I mean about the PLCCs, how they connect? I mean, it's on the side. You see, it's here that it makes the connection. So it's not on the bottom. See, so this is why I don't like using the sockets on these older chips, because a lot of times there's a lot of crud and corrosion and stuff on the sides. And I've tried sanding it to get it clean, and then to actually recoat it with some solder, but really that hasn't helped. See, like, I mean, that gap right there, do I know that that's touching? Oh, sorry, you can't see right here. You see, I mean, even if I go in more, you see, it's very hard to see. I mean, how do I know how good it's touching? You see what I mean? This is why I don't like the sockets too much. But anyway, I'm gonna park this board. I'll get back to it some other time. Okay, so let me. I gotta put this back here. All right. The one that I need to switch sockets on is this one. This board was given to me by a person by the name of Michael over at VCF, and I brought it down with me. Two people gave me boards there, so um, this is his ROM. Okay. Um, a little bit of my tea. Two people gave me boards there. Was one of them, and then another one, Sophia. Let me get my big head out of the way. This has got my ROM on it right now. The board is, well. Let's I already did that. I know it works. it's got the, and the number one culprit of plastic sockets is the ROM will not work. So let's put this in. Give this some power. And we can see we get no blinky RAM, and our screen is the semi-seek Mac, whatever they call it. I can never get that word right. Anyway, let me check something here. I want to make sure that my microphone level is good. Why is that like that? Why is my microphone level all gone? Can y'all hear me okay there? Because I'm not getting the green bar like I normally should. Ah, now I am. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, folks. I guess y'all can hear me now. All right, audio's okay. All right, okay. I just don't know why it was kind of weird. I mean, I wasn't getting the green bar unless your OBS telling me what's going on. Okay, so you can see nothing, right? But watch the. But if I hold this ROM forward, oh, I need to wait a little bit longer. If I'm done, let me get the clips because I had them on my bench and I just put them away this morning. Oh crap! Why is it doing this to me now? It booted up fine yesterday. These ROM sockets can be. Oh my God! Why is it doing this to me now? Where's my other memory? Yeah, I had this memory last night, not these, and I'll show you why in a minute here. Again, these are the plastic sockets, and these here, I coated some of them so they're a bit fatter, and they fit in here better. Let's hope. Yeah, see? So the board works. Okay, there's really nothing wrong with this board, and the board is in amazing condition. I mean, it's one of the better boards I've seen that's ever come across to me. It's not going to boot it because I don't have SCSI connected, but Okay, there it goes. Booting up SCSI. Booting up the OS now. So, I mean, there's no damage on this board from any capacitors. It's already been recapped. The board is clean, very well maintained, very well, amazing condition. Okay, Michael wanted me to transfer it over to a reloaded board, but I feel I'll be doing injustice to this board. So I really don't want to go change it. And I spoke with him via email, and he's okay with that. So I'm just gonna switch out the ROM socket and the RAM sockets. I mean, if I boot this without the clips and just put in the ROM, more than likely it will not boot. Yeah, it is there, but it doesn't sit in there very good. I mean, it doesn't hold very well. You see, I can easily push it back. You see, so I will definitely switch that. Yeah, you see, it's still gonna, but it's not good contact. It's very bad. So the only thing I'm gonna do with this board really is just replace those sockets, and we go on from actually there with it. Um, Now I just finished replacing some sockets for a board. Dave gave me a board too at VCF, and I changed the sockets on that one for him. Although I didn't have to do the ROM because Thomas Armstrong from Amiga of Rochester switched the ROM socket over there for him, and then I did the RAM sockets. So we're gonna use my non-Hacko, very Il Cheapo. Well, it was still like $34 or something. Um, Solder sucker moo machine. So mine is a very basic. It's not a name brand. Yes, at least it's not $300. I'm not going to pay $300 for a Hacko actually solder sucker. I'm sorry. That just does not float with me. This thing is probably very full, so let me see if I can empty it out because I've been doing quite a bit of boards. Oh my God, yes. You want to see how full it was? Look at this big solder ball. And it works. It does the job, so I'm not going to complain. But it's just how it goes. If you don't want to hear it, you can unmute. You can mute yourself for a little bit. So I'm gonna try to show you this through the scope because I use that. My eyes are not what they used to be. Plus, I want to get a good angle. You see what I mean? How nice this board looks. I mean, it's even the solder is not showing any corrosion or anything. Some of these I need to straighten up though. And look how nice this board is. I mean, usually this old, you see some major solder corrosion. See, look at the RAM, how shiny and clean that looks. All right, ROM. Let's see what more is bent. I'm broke, but it's okay. That one broke alright, but that's fine. Okay. Let's start moving these off. Sorry, y'all gonna hear a lot of moves. How's that look on your side? Alright, so basically what I look for is I put this on at a little bit of an angle and I wait for the solder down there to melt. Then it will melt. It should melt. There it goes. I wait a couple more seconds, then I suck it up. You see? Nice and so you see how nice and clean it does it? I don't need no actually $300 machine. This is one that's ground. It's gonna take. I may not get much of this one out. You see, because this is ground, I gotta deal with that one different. The solder on here is so nice. It doesn't have any corrosion or anything in it. Yeah, deal with that one different. Really coming out nice. Another ground. Let me check messages, see if anyone said anything. Nope. And y'all still there. Great. Sorry if I'm not making y'all bored yet. So for the ROM, do this 64 times. That's 64 pins. For the RAM, it's 30 pins, but it's 8 sockets. I don't know why this one don't want to come out. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to give it a shot and see. Oh. Okay. So we've sucked out all of them now. Some here. I'm going to come now with my soldering iron and some more solder and add to it and try to suck them out better. Example, this one. Although this one is a ground. Try to add some new fresh solder to it. Same thing with this one. This one too, I can solder out better. See, I don't know if you can see it, but when I look through this hole and I look down, I can see some white. When I see that white, I know the hole is completely clean because that's the bottom of the socket that I'm seeing. Okay. This is another ground here, but see, grounds are going to be very hard to see because even the solder down below there is not melting. So I add some, keep it hot, or try to radiate more of the heat onto the old solder. You can see it bubbling. To actually try to get that solder way down in there. This one I want to make the top here bigger so I can easier to suck it out. See, this one didn't go all the way through. Alright, let's try to suck those out now. I know it's out of focus, but don't worry, as soon as I tilt this, you'll get back in focus. Alright, so which ones did I solder on? This is a ground. This is another ground. Those grounds are going to give me some trouble. Okay. As much as I can do right now with the solder sucker. All right, so now we're going to tackle it by hand. Okay, then one of the first things I do, and I learned this from watching Steve. Thank you, Steve. Is I'm going to come here and shake these to make sure that they're not holding onto a side. And if they are, I just heat it up a little bit and take this and shake and keep on shaking it while it's cooling down, and it will not be touching. We'll come back to these that are giving me trouble. Come back to that one. Where I learned that from Steve was I saw him doing it on an actually PDS slot, and those are beasts to take out. And he got it out. Well, okay, we'll come back to those problem ones. Okay. Okay, so we're all loose there. All right, now I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come to the ones that I know have given me some trouble, like the ground one, this one. I'm just gonna tab them with some flux so I know which ones they are. A new tube of flux, so it's running. It's running all out. This side cleaned up a lot better than the other side. Okay, so reason why I did that is because now I'm going to come in here with my wick, and I'm going to try to see what I can take out manually. And to think of it, remember, I have to repeat this for the ROM sockets. I should have put some flux on this one too. But let's see if I can get any of that out. Yeah, that's nice and loose. Okay, this is one of the ground ones. I mean, you can see this amount of heat that I'm putting on this thing. The heat's going everywhere else and melting that one, but the main one here that it should be melting is not even touching. That'd be a good reason why my soldering iron was at the wrong temp. See, now it's melting in it because I'm at a much higher temp. There, I gotta come and do a little bit of surgery. This is another one of the ground ones. And be careful with that socket. That socket hole bending. Surgery time on that one too. All right, now what I mean by the surgery time with that one is that I gotta come in here and one try to realign that hole. At the same time here, I gotta move that away from there so it's not touching it. Okay, that one is loose. Okay, this whole side is loose. Where's the ground one on this side? Alright, I have one ground one here that is still giving me a little bit of trouble. Okay, that's loose from the side wall. Yeah, it's loose. That one is not loose yet. Okay. Neither is that ground. Alright, so now my next option to do this is to come in with some heat. I'm sorry. I don't like doing this because it's can be a bit harsh on the board, but the only way I can get some of this solder out, especially on those two ground ones that are holding it very hard. So all I want to do is try to heat up that one, this one right here. That is the ground. See, it's melting. Done. See, I come in very quick and suck it out. I got one more right here, and that should be it. Okay, that's it. See? Quick and quick. I just want to double check, make sure all these are loose, because then it will pop out nice and quick. This is the only one that's still holding it. It's out, but let's let's take a look and see how it looks. I'll see. Okay, this side here. That's good. This side, I know there's two I have to adjust a little bit. And it's nice with this tool because I can just go in here and just straighten that back up. Nice. Okay. And let's clean this up. I mean, you can't get the board 100% completely without any little scuff because yeah, you're using hard tools on it, and trying to get that solder out can be a very nightmare. That might be my only problem. That one. All right, let me get a socket. Okay, socket is on. I'm gonna just connect 2 points to push it in. This is the one that I worry about a little bit because it lost the ring on top, but it still has the ring inside. Okay, that's all. Finally finishes the little bit of solder that I took with me to VCF. I'm taking it off of my big reel again. Okay. I wish removing it was that quick. This one worries me a little bit, but I think the solder went inside and it's connecting from the inside, so it should be okay. That's the only casualty of war here. All the other ones are good. All right, let's give it a shot and see what we get. All right, let me clean up here, put some things away. That can go there. That can go there. Flux can go there. Hook there. The old socket in the garbage. And let's come to the desk. All right, so we got a new ROM socket. Looks nice and pretty. Holding it good. Let's put in the RAM. Then I next gotta start taking off. And these are dual sockets. Oh boy. Alright, just plug in the SCSI. Everything there. Cable. And my power. Love this DC power to power everything up. There we go. Make sure it boots up okay. Got cursor around the corners. And we should see blue SCSI start blinking. And the RAM going nuts. There it goes. Booting up. Blue SCSI up here is flashing. I don't know if you all can see that. There. So it's working. Booting up. Almost an hour and 30 minutes into the stream. So again, my actually stream, I mean, my work and all that, I mean, even if I record a video, I do not edit them. The way they shoot is the way that I put them out, or the way that they record. Um, I prefer everyone to see what this work entails, how much it is, what all you got to do. It's not nice and easy all the time. So you see here how this one went. Alright, yeah, booting up. Let me do a very quick snooper run on everything here. I just want to make sure everything with the ROM is okay. I'm going to skip RAM test because I don't need that right now. That's okay. PRAM pass. Clock pass. SCSI pass. CPU is testing now. CPU pass, ADB pass, FPU. Pass. Okay, everything passed. So this one, I'm comfortable with that ROM socket is good. Shutting down, shut down, power off. Lovely RAM, ROM, sorry. Now let's take out these. Guess what, folks? Time to start the RAM. Let's go see how those sockets look. Very nice. I got one ground. Should have two ground. Yeah, okay. So back to the moon machine, folks. Sorry about that. I gotta plug it back in because I unplugged it while I was doing all that other work. All right, now it's gotta heat up again. 30, 60, 90, 120, 240 connections, 240 moves to do. But that ROM socket came out very good. Well, that's heating up. I mean, let me show you all this board overall. I mean, you can see it looks in amazing condition. A little bit of dirt here and there. I'm gonna run it through the ultrasonic cleaner. But the condition of this board is amazing. I mean, it's one of the better boards I've ever seen for the age it is. Yeah, I may reflow those solder points there. Ah, one trace there I don't like. I didn't see that earlier. Y'all see that? Right here. That looks broken there. No, it's good. It is there. It comes to here. So I would just hate to have to reload this board. The board is in very good condition. And it works. I mean, anyway, it does look good to me. It looks. Felipe, hey, how are you? Welcome from France again. So let's start doing some moving. Let me adjust this so I can work a bit easier with myself, and at the same time give you a good view. I'm not at temperature. Uh oh, something not working right. Sorry, sorry, I'm not talking right now. I'm not gonna try to talk over the move. This is the ground. Not much of the ground got touched. Ground. I'm not even gonna touch the ground. And the RAM, I'm gonna do one thing a little bit different. Basically, what I did that was just to purge it because I see a lot of the solder staying behind. Yeah, I see quite a bit more of the solder staying behind. You're good over there? Well, here too is good, but just hot outside. Very hot. Okay, so we did the first batch there, the first line. These are in pairs, so I have to really, before I can take it out, I have to do this row also. This is acting like a ground. Some reason it's not sucking as good as it was before. Let me see if there's something clogging it. Sorry, I'm just cleaning some filters here. Alright, let's see if this does any difference. Yeah, I find it leaving quite a bit of solder behind. It's a ground. See, it's not cleaning them out as good. Am I going to touch the ground? The one difference too with the RAM sock is the pins are a bit fatter compared to the ROM, so that has a little bit of impact here. See, it left quite a bit behind. So I'm gonna what the one thing that I gotta do different with the RAMs is I gotta use some more heat and the solder sucker. Okay, now some people may object to that and saying it's not good, but the other boards I've done this too, it worked pretty well. And because the heat is not consistent over a main area, it goes pretty quick. So let's get some heat on this, and you'll see what I mean by it. It'll go pretty quick. Because the thing is, as soon as I see it melting, I pull it up. See how much quicker. And I get to tackle the ground at the same time. There's the wiggling while it's cooling down, and then I know it will not stick. Okay, so those 30 are all done. Now the second batch. Let's see here. I've got some comments here. The solder they use for the SEs is pretty resistant to heat regularly. Had to use a lot of flux. Yeah, you normally do, but I mean I've had umpteen battles with it, but it's not too bad. It's coming. So we're gonna suck all these up quick. See, I already got those three all done. I find a lot of times with flux and the soldering iron, I damage it more. If you remember on the ROM, when I went to use some flux and some wick soldering iron, I did more damage. See how easy I got that ground one out? Now, if this was solder that had a lot of cap juice corrosion on it and that, it would be a whole different ballgame for me. Alright, so now let's go do the wiggle. Almost at the end. Yep, five more. Okay, now we should be able to just pop this out. Hey, it's hot though. Because all of those are loose. See, it's loose. And every pin came out nice and neat. Look at that. Every pin came out. The only thing that didn't come out were two of these plastic holders, but I can pop those out now. Because they melted a little bit. Alright, they're out. So the first one is out. Let's take a look and see how it looks. Bottom side looks okay. Top side. How's your focus? Let me fix your focus for you. No damage. See, these came out because I changed how I did it. I didn't use the wick, the heat on it. I did it the other way. That came out nice, huh? Uh, Someone needs to invent an auto pump that acts every after every 1.5 seconds. Yeah, speed is from experience. Yeah, one bit. I got that from Steve from Mac 84. I was watching him remove that PDS slot. Remember? I don't know if you saw that video. He was removing two PDS slots, I think it was, or one or whatever. Now one because he wanted to put in a 90-degree or something, and he was doing the actual wiggles. So that reminds me of the Wiggles TV show from actually Australia that my son used to watch 22 years ago. Well, when he the Wiggles. So I call it the actual wiggle. Um, and it works. I mean, really, you get the hole hot and the pin hot, and because there's always a little bit of solder left in there holding that pin, and if you don't be careful, you got to be careful with that. What happens then is with the wiggling, you prevent that solder from sticking to it because it doesn't have time to attach itself. Okay, all things back to school for you. Um, oh yeah, I got a bunch of SE30s. I mean, you name it, I have a bunch of them. Yes, this board is in immaculate condition. I mean, it's one. The owner wanted me to do a reload, but the problem was that, well, really there was nothing wrong with the board. The problem was actually ROM socket, and I already changed that. I already got rid of the plastic one and put in one with metal clips. So now I'm doing all of the RAM. So I did the first two. but the board is in amazing condition. I mean, I told him I will not reload this board. I mean, that would be doing actually injustice to this SE30. The other thing he asked me for me to do was to socket the actually CPU, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't want to go through removing that CPU because that's something I have to use the Moon machine with, and they're so close together. And then on top of that, I have to use a lot of heat. I don't want to go through that CPU socket. Okay, so first one is off. Yay! Ah, I need a little drink. But the good thing is that a drink is only iced tea. It's nothing stronger, nothing bad. So, all right, let's keep on going. I got two, four, six more to go. Six more rows of 30. Ay, ay, ay. But yes, that that heat thing when the sucking it out works very good for me, and so does the wiggling. Right? The wiggles. All right, let me see how I'm gonna position this for y'all to see. Look at nice cracks on that. Cracks on these solder joints. Um, see the cracks on that first one. So you always learn something from actually each other. I mean, like that wiggling thing from Steve. Just these pins are a bit fatter, so it's not doesn't clean as nice as it did with the ROM socket. Oh, that's ground. The next row, the next 30, I'm gonna try something different. Let's experiment. Let's try. Let's. I forgot one thing Steve does too that I want to try. gonna come back to comments in a second here. Hmm. See that one I want to clean. Okay. The one thing I want to try different. Any comments here? Okay, I'm cleaning my bench now. I need to repair again before end of week. You convinced me. Al, it's always fun to do this, you know? I mean, the difference for me is that I am retired, so I have quite a bit more time. All right, the one thing I want to try that Steve was doing also, let me see if I can get better focus for you, that I didn't do, is that he went and touched up solder on each one to help it, and that I can see the point in that, to get some nice new fresh solder on there, and it also preheats and kind of loosens up the stuff on the bottom. And we'll see. Maybe the solder circuit will pull that out better. I see some of those joints were cracked bad. Okay. So now that we've resoldered those, let's see how I can do this. And you still see. How's your focus there? You're okay there, I think. Well, that didn't work on that one. On that ground. Not as good as the previous one. A lot more staying behind. clean up a lot of that with the air and with the solder sucker. All right. The rest I got to do with hot air and manual. Let's see. Okay, Felipe cleaning his desk. That's great. Your bench, you get some repairs done. It's always fun to do them. I need to put something down here to hold this. We'll switch this around. That in view there, yeah. All right, let's see if I can give you some better focus. Okay. All right, hot air time and my manual pump time. See, there's just too much left behind for me to pull them out, and for me to go wick all those. Nah. See, that ground got done so quick. Okay, that one done. Okay, let's start from here. Now, I like to work from with this. I mean, I could do it from this way. Yeah. I like to. Now I remember why. I like it doing it from this side over because then, as I move, the things are still getting a little bit hot and cooling off. I did David's board the same way. All right, pumping done. Let's go do wiggling retro techie. Hey, how are you? Wow, you got quite a bit there to actually check. Hey, we're all amateurs sometime, Felipe. I mean, two actually years ago, I was in that same boat. Retro, another day, another stream from the best of the best. Well, thank you. Appreciate your confidence. And all right, let's do our wiggling. Ow, hot, 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 hot. Need some longer tweezers, boy. Mm. All right, so that side is all loose. Almost done there. Almost ready to pop this one out. I hot, 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 hot. Oh, my fingers. Last one. Yay. All right. Let's see any comments here. Oh, need food. Yeah, I need food soon too. I am getting hungry, but I'll still keep on going for a little bit. Mm. Okay, let's see if I can. Anyway, I can start pushing this one down. Where's my other tool? All right, so yep, coming out very, very easy. Every pin came out. Every pin came out. Steve's wiggle. That's what we're gonna call it. One bit. Or the wiggling Steve. Let's take a look at the board. I do have to pop out those two pieces, but I'll do that from the back side because on the back side it has a nice ground plane. And here, Look at that. Nice. All right, now how I pop these off over here, because these two pieces remained in there. Okay. So because here's a lot of ground plane, I just do this and lift them out. There they are. They're out. All right, so that's four done. We're halfway. We're halfway there. We're down to five. Okay, let's keep on going. Now you saw me use the solder sucker, and then the electric one, then some hot air and the manual solder pump. So what I'm gonna try here is to see if I can do it all with the hot air and the manual one. I just want to do a couple and see how that comes out. Because it's working pretty good. I might as well just hit it once and be done with it, right? I reduced my airflow quite a bit, so seems to be working better. Because then I can go from this directly to the wiggle. And look how quick that ground came out. Seems to be going. Cleaning out very good. And when I reload a board and I need to take out stuff, this is how I do it because those boards I don't care about. They're the old boards, they're damaged boards. Okay, pumping down wiggle time. Matter of fact, I think this cleaned them out better. There's less that I have to hit with air for me to wiggle. Okay, less. My fingers are getting burnt. Ay, ay, ay. Mm. Oh, maybe reduce the airflow a little bit. Oh, I burned the hell out of my fingers. All right, I would say all those are loose. All right, let's go see what we can get out. They're already popping up. It's out. It's just the plastic tabs are holding it in. Okay. That one is out. Put it in the garbage. Let's see how this looks. No damage. All plastic pieces came out. Check this side. Very nice. That's six out. Just two more left. Two more. Oh boy. I'm just ready to hear the criticism about why I do it this way. Oh, very nice. I'm happy with how that came out. Two more to go, people. Two more. So now shall we go do the last of it? Which way? Hot air method or this power pump? I think with the hot air I did a lot quicker. I think so too. I think with the hot air it went very quick. I'm trying to balance this the way that. Okay, we'll go the way I've been doing it. That's been working. See here, the solder is getting a bit more duller. The other thing that makes us faster is that here I'm hitting two at a time. You see? Okay, that row done. Last 30. Wow. My finger's getting tired of resetting this pump every time. Last two. Okay, now comes wiggle time. I'm gonna reduce the heat though. Well, a lot of these are already loose. Almost done there, almost done. Last few here. Okay, that's it. That's it. They're all loose. Oh, I'm down to 4 people. Well, it's okay. Not everyone can watch the whole day. And I'm not that exciting to watch the whole day, am I? No. All right, the socket is out. It's just the plastic clips holding it. Okay, there. Let's see. Every pin come out. Yep, nice and clean. Wow. Gotta say, I think I outdid myself. Really done a good job with these. I say so myself. All right, let's see how it looks on this side. Nice and clean, no separation of the board, no bubbling. This side here. Every through hole nice and good. Trace is connected. Okay. We have that on. Now I gotta pull out my 8 sockets. Yes, I still happen to have loads of these full of 30 pin sockets. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I found these, I bought like 600 of them. So yes, I have a buttload of them. Yes, Chip. Thank you for trying to stay with me. I appreciate it very much. But it's just how this stuff goes. I mean, it's not quick. It takes time. You got to be careful not to damage things, and on top of that, want to do it correctly for the customer because it's my reputation, my image. All right. So anyway, let's go to the scope here. I'm going to start putting these in. All right. So I'm going to tack this in. Yes, this board is an amazing board. It's for what it is and how old and that. It's really I'm really amazed the condition of this board, and that's why I told the owner I will not transfer this. This is too nice of a board. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-tack all of these sockets in here. That way then I can just do a very quick solder straight down the line. So I hit one corner, then I go to the other side and I heat this up again and I push it to make sure it's in good. Then I go to the other side and repeat the process. Now this time I put 2 of them in because apparently some friction is helping to hold them in. So Let me tack them both, then I will come back and reheat them and push. See, that one went up some more. And repeat on this side. Alright, so that's 4 already tacked in. Let's get the other 4. If I can get more than, if I can get them all to go in kind of firm, I'll drop them all in right now. Okay, all 4 of those went in a bit more. Let's get the other side. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure they all go in the same way. Yeah, they're all in the same way. The sockets are keyed. I mean, the 2 pins that are on the edges are different sizes, so there's only one way you can put them in. Okay, so like this piece of plastic here. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, you see, that's bigger than this one. You see, so it is keyed. You can't do it different. You see, so now they're all in the same way. So if you didn't know that, you know it now. All right, I'm gonna zoom this out because then I can see more for me to solder quick, and less I have to move the board or the camera. You see, so you can see, I'll hit 3 at one time. Now I'll go till I can't see more, but that would be, I can do a bit more than what you can see because my field of view is a bit larger than that of the camera. Now I am gonna elaborate on one thing. Heat like that is not always the best or the wisest decision. I've been doing this for a while. I can tell the heat and how much to put on to get the stuff out. It's so easy to damage the board, to make it warp and make the layers separate, especially on these older boards. But I felt that this board's condition was very good, very strong, and it works for me. A lot of times that does work, so before people jump on me and criticize me about doing it that way, and there are some of you out there, I know who, um, it works for me, and let your method work for you. We all stay happy, friends. So that's enough of that. All right, that's 5 done. This is number 6. This would be number 7. This is number 8. Back to 7 now. And that's it. Let me give this a little cleaning here. I need to fill up my little bottles here. They're almost empty. Little bottle idea. I got that from Adrian. So, okay. We are clean here. Let's see. Which ones? Which ones? It doesn't matter now. No, I don't want these. Oh, please work. think we're gonna work. Shall we go for it? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! And we have picture coming up. Come on. Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Up, there we go. There we go. The other thing I'm going to include for this guy, Uh, I don't have that many of these left. I need to order some more. I got these off of Tindy. Did a nice job making them. But get rid of that, and what we're going to end up putting in here is one of these guys for him. Okay, so, but I just don't have a battery right now. I guess it can stay in because there's no battery anyway. Oh, you didn't see what I was going to put in. I put in one of these things. Okay. So we work. This board is done. Because this is really, I'm not gonna tackle changing that CPU. He asked me to see if I can put it into a socket, but I just don't want to do that. I don't feel right doing that. It's gonna be putting a lot of heat right there, and that's a very delicate spot. If it was a junk board and a reloaded, yeah, fine. I take those CPUs out all the time, the same way that you saw me do it with the heat for the RAM. I use the heat in my manual solder sucker, and I get that out. And then afterwards, I don't even wiggle this one. Um, I just keep it so hot that the solder is actually liquefied if there's any pieces left over, and it just falls down because I do it upside down, and there's a little bit of gap with the board upside down, and then the CPU just drops out. So yeah, these are off of actually Tindy. A guy in France or something like that makes them, um, and I don't. There are others also, but I like his. So and they fit in very good in these sockets. It's I don't think there's any name or anything on it here. No, it doesn't have anything on it. I mean, there's not much space to put any text. Well, I guess you could back here, but he's got the nice Mac there in the back. So, um, but yeah, it's a nifty little thing. Pluses on this side, negative. So you're gonna make sure that you do it the actual right way. And this whole piece here is coppered, so that goes in there. Yes, I do ultrasonic clean them. If I go back to here, you see, right, that big thing, right? I'm so bad with this thing right here. That's my larger ultrasonic cleaner. Then over here, I have a smaller one. This guy right here. So I will ultrasonic clean the board, and then I put it outside. After ultrasonic, I do about 15 minutes each side, and I have a pretty high temperature of actually 50 degrees Celsius. So I do about 15, 16 minutes each side. I let the board sit in there for a little bit too afterwards. So ultrasonic for about 15 minutes. Just sit in there in the heat for about another 5 minutes, and I do that for actually each side. Then I take it out, shake it out good, and then take it to a tub I have that's got alcohol in it, and I soak it in there. I let it sit in there for like a minute, and then with like a paintbrush that I have also. Then I take and I actually pass it over everything in the actually alcohol bath. So brush it all good on both sides and everything, just to make sure everything comes off. Then I shake the hell out of it because a lot of alcohol gets into the slots and into that. Then again, because I'm in the actually Caribbean, the sun here is vicious. So then I just take it and I put it outside in the sun for a couple hours. Um, Let it actually dry out good, and it comes back in nice and clean. I mean, hey, you should try ultra. You should try retro brighting down here. Oh my God, that goes so freaking quick. I mean, I haven't retro brighted anything in a long time. But Yeah, I make like this paste with the Ultra 40, um, and I add arrowroot to it, and I even add some more actually peroxide, normal peroxide to it. Then I blend it up good, and I make like this paste, and then with the paste I paint that onto the case that I want. I paint the whole thing, but I put only one side facing the sun, and like every 30 minutes I'll come back out, I'll paint the whole thing again, and I'll turn it and face another side to the sun. I do that until I get all the sides, and that I don't worry about the top because the top is always getting the sun, but the sides and so forth, and then after that I just rinse it off and clean it. So I don't do it longer than that. And my retrobrighting stings have been coming out extremely well, so I'm very happy with how they've been turning out when I do it. But I've got so many machines. I mean, if you see here behind me, look at all those that are up there. I still got a lot that I need to retrobrite. So I mean, one a machine that I recently got that I still it works, but I need to retrobrite it. This one is somewhat of a special. Oh, I left. There's where my Tash 20 went. I was looking for that. This is one of those Drexel. You see, it's got the big D on it because this is one of those Drexel University machines. There was a partnership with Apple and them, and where every student got one. Originally, it was a 128. This is a 512. This is a fat. This is a fat Mac now. It's a 512. It's got the plus ROM on it, and it's got a 512 board in there. So, but I need to retrobrite this. It does work, um, and it's a nice machine. I think I still need to service the actually floppy also. Um, I had an SE30. No, I haven't really had marbling issues using the paste. I mean, because I brush it on every 30 minutes. And I mean, the paste kind of forms like a coating on it, and layers and that. And I haven't had marbling with that. So it's been very good for me using that type of retrobrighting. So yeah, I have a Drexel machine here. I have a 575 that's very yellow. I just fell. Yeah, so I have a 575 sitting over here that is very yellow. I need a retrobright, but I just got so many boards to fix, and I'd rather fix the things for the people and get them back and so forth. So, but yeah. Um, but anyway, this one here then, I'm gonna say this one is finished. So it will have to go into the ultrasonic cleaner. Um, I'm not gonna ultrasound today anymore because it's already almost 1 o'clock here, and the ultrasonic cleaner will take about 2 hours for it to get hot. And then I also need to let it clean it and do everything else with it. So Michael's board is done. I mean, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I normally now take them and move them to my done pile. Richard is still a work in progress. Okay, I have Eric is there. Todd is done. Eric is done. Todd is done. Michael is done. David I already mailed out. And then this one, this is the one that is for Sophia. that was also given to me at VCF. This was the one I was working on yesterday. So if you were on the stream yesterday, you saw me working with this one. Um, the funny thing with this one is that it boots. Okay, I mean it boots, but I don't get video. I don't get good video, and I don't have Blink RAM in here right now. So, but you see, I get this. Okay, but the thing is, it boots because Scuzzy will start booting up. The blue Scuzzy will start booting up. I'll show you'll see. Um, you see, there it goes. It booting up. You see, the light's going. So I know it's booting up, but I just don't know what else to try with this. Any ideas, Chip? I mean, I've already replaced all of these. I've replaced all of these. All right, I've checked all the data lines and everything going around. I mean, I really checked every data line good on this one. The only thing I have not changed is the video RAM. I mean, I do have other video RAM. I can probably piggyback it and see if that changes anything. Because whenever I do a board, I socket all these chips. Um, Let me borrow the video RAM from another board. Turn this off, and we're just gonna piggyback them. Yeah. All right. Let's see if this solves the first one. Nope. All right. Let's go to the other one. Nope. Maybe I need to do both of them. Put the other one on too. All right. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, but I think this board has got so much issues. I mean, there's a lot of issues. I mean, around here, yeah, here around these caps for the sound chips. I mean, there's a lot of damage and stuff here. So I think she asked me to actually reload this board, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that because it also has plastic RAM and plastic ROM. Oh, I forgot this one here usually needs but it's booting up, so the ROM is holding okay. I've tried a different ROM, video ROM, same thing. I mean, I've actually replaced all of these. I've tried different of the PAL ones. Um, the only thing I haven't done was really take off all these caps and actually redo them. I mean, the cap work on it is kind of shaky, but um, might be better just to do the transfer, huh? I mean, and it boots up, it loads. It just I don't get the video. I mean, um, I don't think the ASC has anything to do with video. Mm-mm, nothing. Now the other thing it could be. Let me see if it goes to here. No, the video doesn't come to any of these actually resistor networks. All right, I'm just looking at the schematic right now. So if anyone types anything in the chat, I can't see it because I'm only on one monitor. Yes, I have switch pals. I took some known good working ones and put in here, and then I have the same issue. You know what? Let me check one thing for a minute here. Something just hit me. Does this board require that that botch wire fix? I just want to see if maybe someone cut it and that botch wire is missing. No, I don't see it cut. Did it do it on the underside? No. I mean, I'm a bit. Hold on, let me get the chat back up. Okay. You see, if I look at one of the caps here, this one, not the best. I mean, I did have three broken traces here that I fixed yesterday. Um, Let me get my pointer. All right, I had three that I fixed here, here, and this one is on the other side on the back. So those are all okay now. There are no other ones. All these chips, all these 4, 5, 6, 7 are all new. Okay. So something with this one, but this one's more for sound. This is for sound also. Most of these, all of these are really for sound, but I worry if something might be touching like where it shouldn't be. See, and I checked all of these. There's nothing else broken. There's no other traces broken here. I mean, the board beyond that, I mean, all the other chips look pretty good. I mean, it boots. It's just I'm not getting that video. Okay, let me put these back in the other board. All right. I mean, let me try a different video ROM again. But it's not a video ROM issue. I mean, I've already tried that. Holy fuck. What do you see? Would you look at that? But I tried a different video ROM in this board. But yeah, that was before. That was before I changed all of those other circuitries. Would you look at that? It works. It's a video ROM I did before I changed the 166 and the 393s. Um, and before I found those three broken traces, I never went back and changed the video ROM. So just for kicks, let's put it back and try and see. The good thing is video ROMs I can make. I have the EEPROM chips and I can burn that image. This is the original video ROM back. See? Bad. It'll focus in a second here. Come on. Yeah, no. Video ROM is bad. And the thing is that this chip looks nice. I mean, this chip, all the legs look very nice. Nothing broken. Ugh. Yeah, it works. So I will email her and see if she still wants me to reload it. I may tell her to watch this video at 3 hours and 33 minutes. She can go back and watch the live video. JJ, hi there. Borked video RAM. I had one as well, but no replacement 32K EEPROM, so I programmed it twice on a 64. Yes, you can do that too. Yeah, another one working, but I still gotta find out if she wants me to actually reload it. I mean, this board, it can survive. I think maybe with a cleaning, it may survive. The broken traces have been fixed. The It could survive well. It could be fine. So I'm gonna give it an ultrasonic cleaning. So this ROM goes in the garbage. Bye bye. In the garbage. Video ROM. Ay ay ay. Yeah, I do have 32K chips that I can program and I've got a slew of 64. Not the last VCF, but the one before that. There was a guy selling all sorts of ROMs, and I bought like $200 worth of things that he had, and I went through and picked really the ones that I know that I need. So I have a buttload of them. So now let's connect. Let's see what we can find out with this machine. Let's go here. 4 megs, not bad. Oh, sweet. And nice that it's got the Raminator on it. This this is the original Big Mess of Wires one, but this is only 2 megabytes. This is our new universal 8 megabyte ROM. Okay, and why is universal? It's got this extra circuitry here on the side. This can work in the Mac 2 families, and it comes programmed with image, the same image you got, JJ, unless you changed it. But this will also work in the Quadras and Performas and so forth. If you add the ROM socket, because most of those boards have the location for the ROM socket, but it was never put in. So this is smart enough that the board that it senses that it's in, and it will deactivate the old ROM and boot up off of this. And some of the pinning is also different. That's why we had to have the actual circuitry. So this will work in all those machines, and this is an 8 megabyte. Um, I need to make more. I think the store is sold out right now with the eights. So I do have a bunch more. I do have more boards for me to make and chips. So I'm gonna make some eights and some fours. We still have some of the original, the not universal one, but only of the 4 megabytes we have left. Oh, you bought that from actually Joakim and actually Sweden, yeah. Um, I think it's the universal one you have, right? It's got all this extra circuitry on it. Yeah, Joakim is our team member in actually Sweden. So we have some nice ROMs. I mean, I have see here. Here is a universal 4. This is a standard 4, standard 8, standard 8, and a standard 8. Yeah, I should clean these up and send them, sell them on the store because I don't need this many of them. So I have the universal 8 and 4 here. Um, so yes, the ROMs are nice. I mean, I do have a clean image on this card. I just have to switch over to it, and I could put in one of them and then boot up with that, and it'll go into the 32-bit mode for the SC30. But anyway, let me get back to what I was doing here. I wanted to. 108. Okay, it's only 4 megs of RAM. We can test that. When you're not in 32-bit mode on the SA30, it will only check up to 8 megabytes of RAM. But when you're in the 32, it will test it all. Oh wow, you ran AUX with that. But what are you? That's in your SE30. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that ROM is the same ROM from actually Big Mess of Wires. Really, I mean, it's the only thing that we can adjust is the boot image. So should I run tech step on this and see? I don't think there's going to be any problem with it. The board is very stable. I think tech step will pass without any problem. So I will email Sophia and see what she wants me to do. If she doesn't want me to transfer it, that's great. That's one more board done. Just needs to get cleaned. With some weird coincidence, you ended up with three of them for a very fair price. I just adored. Yeah, the SE30 is a nice machine. I mean, it's one of the best ones I think Apple came out with. Um, so Joaquim is gonna try to work with some people to see about some more things that we can get for this. Um, so stay tuned on that. We may have some nice things coming up, um, and also related to actually accelerators and so forth. So we may have something nice coming up. JJ, have you seen any of my videos of the SE30 um, replacement? I mean, I I don't know if you've seen. Well, let me shut this down and then I can show you it better. Let me shut down this machine here. Joaquim and I came up with this because we do a lot of bench work, like what you see me doing here now. Um, you're wondering probably how I'm getting this up onto my actually HDMI and how I have this set up. This is just a normal ATX cable, a normal ATX power supply cable. But what the nice thing is this guy. Yes, the actually desktop version. I have two orders for that I need to start printing them out, and because people want it, and I do those as actually custom orders. But it is this board that does all the magic. This actually replaces the analog, the power supply, and the CRT, and it gives me HDMI out right here. But it's got a lot of other headers on it for everything else to get extra power inside, but for you to run fans and 12 volts to run an LCD. So I have the desktop one that comes without an LCD screen attached to it, and I have a version that comes with an LCD screen attached to it. So videos of that are up there on the channel. You'll see them out there. But yeah, this guy here works very nice. I mean, it's a savior for me that I can just plug that in, and that's it. I don't need that big case on my desk. So it really makes a nice addition. So, and the fact that I can just take a 12-volt power brick and plug in here, and that's it. I don't need anything else special. Um, the people still haven't found my package. So, but anyway, folks, I think what I'm gonna do, because I am getting hungry here, and I've been on for almost 4 hours. I am gonna call it call it a stream. I may come back later. Um, I might do one in the afternoon too, but I need to cook and eat, and it's already 1:15 here almost. But before that, sorry, I'm gonna play this.
Please hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications.
Yeah, sorry. So, anyway, I have to do that. Those of you that watch and that, thank you for hanging out with me. If you've come and gone, and appreciate the time that y'all give me. Let's see what's here in the comment. Less risk of CRT. Yes, that is for sure. And I don't have to bring that big thing on my desk. I mean, it's just working with this, and I mean, a simple board like actually this. That's it. That's it. I mean, that's it. Okay, you don't have to have a Pico if you don't want to. You can use a PC actually ATX power supply. I mean, that's all that this is. So you just plug that in, and I mean, away you go. But I like it with the Pico, and without the cable, that's all it is. So it's a nice tool. It works very well. Um, so yes, you too, Jay. You have a great day there. So yes, I'm very glad I got this working. I will contact Sophia and see what she wants me to do with it. And I mean, the sockets still hold pretty good. So, but anyway, I'm gonna disappear, folks, because I am hungry. I need to go make my lunch. I have it out. I just need to throw it on the barbecue grill. I'm making a steak. I'm sorry. I'm just hungry. So maybe I'll come back on the afternoon or not. Think I think Justin is doing a stream tonight. Yes, his is normally at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Central for me. He's been sick and that, so I'm not sure if he's going to do it. Enjoy lunch. Thanks for the stream. Yes, thank you too for watching, Chris, and sticking around. Chip, same thing with you and JJ. You too also. I don't know who else is still here. I got 7 people watching. It says so. But anyway, thank you, folks. You all have a great day. Bye bye. Ah, come on. Will it let me end it? Yes. Okay. Now it'll let me end it. Bye.